Hello everyone, this is Eric Porter with Porter Transport LLC. After having done cartage delivery for FedEx every year since 2013, we've learned a lot of different things that can help to make your deliveries go much smoother and much faster. Properly applying the techniques that I'm about to share with you, especially before you leave the warehouse and go out into the cold weather, can help save you hours every day. So I advise you to watch the video once all the way through and then grab a pen and paper to take notes the second time through. Most of this information is geared towards FedEx, but can also be very useful for our DHL routes as well. We will start with marking the package. FedEx puts little yellow numbered stickers on most packages called a sequence number. Using these FedEx sequence numbers is not the best option to use to label your map. One of the reasons for this is if you happen to end up with packages from multiple routes, you may either end up with the same sequence number on 2 or more packages, or you may end up with just zeros on the yellow sticker, which could result in you grabbing the wrong package at a particular stop, causing multiple missed deliveries, which will most certainly cost you lots of time to go back and correct the mistakes. It is highly advised to write a large number on the packages with a colored permanent marker that stands out from other colors on the package. It is not at all important which package gets which number. As soon as you're assigned a route, just line them all up on the floor and number them sequentially starting at 1. Once you're done numbering all of your packages, leave them on the floor, go back to the first package, and start entering the addresses into the Google Maps app on your phone. Now let's talk about reading FedEx labels and when to get signatures. Here is a sample FedEx label addressed to a business. Note the red box on the right side of this sample label. When you start entering addresses into your map, it's very important to check the package label for the 3-letter codes ASR, DSR, or ISR. If the label has one of these codes, which will not have a red box around it on the real label, circle the code on the label with your colored marker so that it stands out to you when you're at the delivery location. If your package has one of these codes, your package requires you to collect a signature for delivery. If you miss this code and deliver a package without a signature when one is required, you may be held responsible for the cost to replace the goods in that package. Code ASR stands for Adult Signature Required, which must be signed by any adult at the address, that is age 18 and up. DSR is Direct Signature Required, which requires a signature from the exact person that the package is addressed to and nobody else. ISR is Indirect Signature Required, which is any person at the address or at a neighbor who is willing to sign for it. Try both neighbors and try directly across the street if necessary. The last thing we want to do is bring any packages back to the warehouse, adding more work to the following day's load. Any package addressed to a business requires a signature for delivery, regardless of whether or not the label has a signature code. This includes businesses that are being delivered to a residential address, where the addressee named on the package is a business name instead of, or in addition to, a person's name. The only time that a business delivery at a residence does not require a signature is when the label has the code NSR for No Signature Required, or RES for residential. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to enter an address into your map. Note the white search bar at the top of the map. You can either click in this bar and type in the address, or you can click the microphone icon on the right side of this bar and simply speak the address once you hear the beep like this. 12534 South, 3145 West, Riverton, Utah. You could see that Google Maps found the exact address, which you can verify both the address and the city at the bottom of the screen. When the street that the house number lies on is a number itself instead of a street name, such as this address, be sure to double check that the result matches exactly to the address on the package, especially the south and the west in this particular case. If you don't pay close enough attention to these, you may find yourself trying to navigate to 12534 north rather than south. When an address has a named street instead of a numbered street, such as 3093 Elmwood Drive, Riverton, Utah. Don't search with the direction identifier such as north, south, east, or west. In this case, it would be 3093 West, Elmwood, but you'll usually get better results just using the house number and street name, like you see here. Now let's go back to our first address. Most of the time, when you enter an address into Google Maps, it will show you a picture of a house or a building at the bottom of the screen, much like this. If you don't see that picture, please double check that you've entered the address correctly and didn't mistakenly select one of Google's suggestions that may look close to the same address but isn't quite right. Once you have found the correct address, after double checking the street and city name at the bottom, tap on the white area at the bottom of the screen where the address is displayed. In the middle of the screen, you see a row of buttons. In there, you see a Save button with a small flag on it. Tap Save, and for a residence, we will tap Want to Go. If it was a business, we would tap Favorites. So the circle on the right of Want to Go, you tap that circle, and a small text box will pop up. You tap on the text box and add notes about your package, starting with what package number, then how many packages delivered to this address, and then any signature codes you may have on the package. You may also use this section to enter any package identifying information such as long skinny box, tube, envelope, or anything that will help you find it faster in your vehicle. If you search for an address and discover that it's already saved in your map because it has the same address as another one of your packages, just open the notes that you previously entered by clicking on the Save button at the bottom, and then use your colored marker to change the number that you wrote on the package to match the number on this note so that it has the same number as the other package with this address. At this point, you may be wondering why we don't just add that package's existing number to this note and move on, and I will explain that here in just a minute. To finish this note, we click Done on the top right corner, swipe down, clear the search box, and move on to your next address. If you simply can't find an address in Google Maps, try your best to be resourceful with your smartphone. You can either try a different mapping app such as Apple Maps, or you can try searching for the address in your internet browser and try to find a realtor listing for the address, which often has a map in the listing. You can then cross-reference that with the physical location on Google Maps. The realtor listings are plentiful and extremely helpful when it comes to new neighborhoods that might not be showing on Google Maps yet. After you've done some research, you can then pin that location on your map. To do this, find the spot on the map close to where you believe the address to be, and long press on that spot until you see Dropped Pin pop up at the bottom of the screen, just like this. Tap the white area at the bottom where it says Dropped Pin, click Save, tap Want to Go, and add a note about this place. In this case, you can add the entire address in the note if you'd like, or simply just the package number, how many packages are going, and a signature code. Click Done, swipe down, clear the search bar, and you have a flag on your map. If all else fails and you still can't find an address, try to call the package recipient using the phone number on the package below the delivery address. And if unsuccessful with any of the options mentioned, call your station team lead as a last resort. Continue this process until all of your packages have been entered into the map. I will demonstrate adding a couple of others now. Click Save, tap Want to Go, add a note, package 3, 2 packages to this address, and it is an envelope and small box. Tap Done, swipe down, clear the search box. On a business, we tap Save, Favorites, to differentiate that on our map from the residential deliveries. And we can add a note here as well. Package 4, adult signature required, envelope in the front seat. Tap Done, swipe down, clear the search bar. Loading your vehicle. Before you begin loading packages in your vehicle, FedEx requires that all packages are van scanned. This process will be explained to you at FedEx. Now, I want you to picture the cargo area in your vehicle as having 4 quadrants. Left front, which is just inside the driver's side rear door and behind the driver's seat. Right front, inside the passenger rear door. And then left rear and right rear inside the rear hatch. Let's say you have 60 packages. Load all packages numbered 1 through 15, which is 1/4 of your packages, into the front left quadrant of your vehicle. Packages numbered 16 through 30 into the front right, and so on. Now, no matter what package number you find in the notes at your next delivery, you'll know exactly which door you need to open to find the package or packages for that stop. You're not trying to deliver the packages in numbered order. You just go to the next closest one, look for the number in the note, and now you know where to find that package in your vehicle. Now remember, I previously mentioned changing the number that you wrote on the package when it has the same address as another package. The reason for this is so that you only have to look in one quadrant of the vehicle to find all of the packages that deliver to that address. It may not seem like a big deal to have to walk around to the other side of the car for that other package, but after you've done that at 20 or 30 stops and you're out in the cold, that time adds up significantly. Let's talk about routing. Once you've entered all of your addresses in the map, zoom out on the map so you can get a bird's eye view of your entire route. Make your own decision on the order in which you'd like to deliver your packages to make the most of your time, making sure to get all of your businesses delivered by 3 p.m. You can still make an attempt on businesses after 3 p.m., but we try to have them done before that time. FedEx's software routes packages based on their employees' shifts. It's not necessarily set up in the best order for the fastest or most efficient completion of your route, which is another reason we don't like to use the yellow label sequence numbers that you may find on the packages. Now, based on your current location, which will appear as a small blue dot on the map, decide which address you'd like to navigate to first. It is usually the closest one to your current location. Tap on the flag for that location. Tap the white box at the bottom where the address is displayed, and then tap on Start.
Head southwest on Rose Park Lane toward 2350 North.
This will give you turn-by-turn directions to that address. Delivering packages. The first thing you should do when arriving at the delivery address is to double-check the address label one last time to ensure the address matches where you're about to leave the package. Unless you're delivering to a business, which will always require a signature, or your package has a signature code, then there's no reason to take your scanner up to the door with your package. Just scan the package at your vehicle, leave the package at the door, knock or ring the doorbell, and head back to your vehicle. If you haven't already, remove the saved location on your map by tapping the Save button on that flag, unchecking the selection, tapping Remove, tapping Done, clearing the search, and moving on to the next closest flag, where you can start all over by clicking Start and navigating to it. All scanners, FedEx property, and undelivered packages must be returned to FedEx every night. Taking a scanner or undelivered packages home is strictly forbidden and considered theft. If you have any problems with your scanners out in the field, please contact your FedEx location's liaison for assistance. We want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we hope that this information will help you to deliver your routes as quickly and efficiently as possible so you can spend more time with your loved ones this holiday season. We appreciate your hard work and dedication in helping us with our shared mission to ensure that everyone receives their holiday packages on time.